order is review the minutes. Anybody have any clarifications? Spelling errors? Anything else?
No.
Emily,
We talked about a lot in that meeting.
Yeah,
We covered some stuff.
we do go on.
We have that problem.
Yeah.
Does anyone want a motion to approve them?
I'll move they be approved as distributed.
Thank you, Steve.
I'll second it.
And second. All right, minutes approved. Right. So then we've got our next agenda meeting item number is news about Concord farms and farmers. Melissa's joining us. That's exciting.
Yeah. And I'm back in the field a little.
How's it going?
It's great. I came in just in time for fall carrot weeding.
Do you have your baby Bjorn?
I own one, but that does not
Not
go
in
in the field. No.
How's everybody doing with all the rain?
Horrible.
Sloshing around.
We literally we had just planted, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 transplant lettuce plants, and oh God, I looked out the window and it's like a rice farm out there, and just like
Oh,
all the new plants have shot down the hill.
Hmm.
We had the same thing. This was just the second time in my life that the water's run over Wheeler Road,
Wow.
Mm.
where the brook goes under it.
Yeah, we had major road. We had like 1.5 to 2-foot gullies washing out our roads because we're kind of on a hill. So
Mm.
there's like these seasonal springs that usually shut down, in April and May.
Mm.
But then there's not very much traffic and we don't really use the roads. But this year they just opened right back up, and it's just such a mess.
Mm.
We also had,
Standing water all over the place.
there's the wall that holds up Monument Street.
Oh my God.
Pouring out of the wall, like not
Yeah.
over the wall, out of the wall,
Yeah.
Oh,
which was pretty terrifying.
Yeah,
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see how that holds up.
I'm hoping we don't get more tonight like that.
Yeah.
I think that was the most intense rain I've seen. I mean, does anybody have an idea of how much? Someone told me they had one of those measuring devices, and it was like 3.5 inches or something. I mean, Hanscom said 3.5, and we're pretty close to there. Right.
Our neighbor though said they got 5. Like,
God.
and she has like a rain gauge. I was like, oh,
yeah.
it's a
Uh,
lot.
our swimming pool is about a bigger sample than most rain gauges. I'd say that was around 3, maybe.
Right. So all of our tomatoes are green. I have this app on my phone for, it's not the app, it's the iPhone, it's the pictures thing. And it on a day it'll say pictures from the last 5 years or something.
Mhm.
And it's like, I think it's mocking me. It's like you grew something once, but boy, look at what you're doing now. People getting ripe tomatoes yet at all, or? We've been getting some.
We've been
Yeah.
getting some.
I feel like we just started though to get like
Yeah, we just started. It's late.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Our first ones were a week behind last year.
Yeah. And we had some small stuff. I don't know what the deal was. Like we had all of our early fruit set was just weirdly insignificant.
Well, yeah, I think we have poor set on a lot of them.
This
but
is.
now they're coming in. I mean,
No.
if they can live, that,
Good disease weather.
that's good disease weather.
Yeah. And the insects, the squash beetles are loving it. At least for us.
Well, I was looking at, so we harvest winter squash very early to try to minimize the amount that we lose in the fields from rot. So last year, we were harvesting pumpkins like about tomorrow. But they're not ready now. I mean,
That was an unusual year though last year.
Yeah, God.
Ricky at Marshall Farm on his Instagram was harvesting delicata though. He pulled most
Really?
of his delicata crop in.
Well,
because you can lose them. I mean, if you let the foliage go down,
Yeah.
And then they just sit, you know.
That can happen quick with this weather.
Yep.
Yeah.
but other than covering with cover tan and remade, there's not a lot you can do about the squash beetles, right?
Just rotate.
Right. Or have enough land to rotate. We can put it from, 200 yards in one direction or another, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't think there's much that especially if you're organic, there's not much you can use that will do the thing.
Mm.
So that's happy. Happy news.
It's funny, people that don't know though, they come in and they say, "Oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Aren't you excited?" It's like,
You want to punch them in the face?
yeah, would you please get out of here now?
We're getting that a lot in the farm stand. Oh, this must be good. No.
We have a farm to table dinner going on that moved from the tent into the greenhouse tonight. And I was just telling people that we'd try to do mostly mechanical cultivation on the small stuff. And if you're lucky enough to be able to drive through the field, you're just transplanting the weeds, you're not killing them.
Right.
Just moving them around.
Yeah.
I got my tractor good and stuck, very stuck,
Oh, you did?
badly stuck.
Oh,
Did you get it out?
I did, yes, yes. Max helped me. Matt, he rescued me, but boy, were we stuck.
One crop that's doing very well for us right now is, well, potatoes look great still. Beans are just crazy good. I don't know why.
Yeah, we have good beans too.
We had good beans until the deer took the tops off of all of them.
Yeah.
But fortunately, they're taking just enough so that the flowers and the beans are like right underneath. They haven't quite decided to go all the way down the plants, but
Yeah, I think they like the leaves, not the
Yeah.
not the beanies.
Anybody growing watercress?
Would have been a good year, right?
Yeah.
Or right.
we're growing nutsedge.
Yeah. Do you sell that?
I wish we could. We'd have a bumper crop. I don't know.
I don't know
Anyway.
how to harvest it though.
Hmm. Oh, well.
Well, on that depressing note, does anybody else have any other news? Okay, should we move on?
Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. The next agenda item was a quick update on the paper bag fee law, what just happened? Happy, are you sharing your screen again? Can you guys?
Yeah. I like it.
Well, before we go to that, let's talk about the paper bag fee law. Mary, are you still on with us? I can't see everybody anymore.
I am, Liza. Do you want me to just talk for a minute about what's happening?
You
Okay.
mind filling us in? Because I feel like you're much more adept at this than I am.
Thank you. We really owe it to Mimi Graney and Chris Carmody in the town manager's office. They contacted Simon Cataldo, who was able to put an amendment on the article while it's waiting for approval from the legislature. So that would exclude farms from having to collect that it's 10 cents a bag and the sales tax on the bag, which is anyway. So they were able to do that on their end, but we've got to have an article at next April's town meeting to ratify that at the town level. So that's something that we'll be working with, I guess you, Liza, when the warrant closes in January, to get the wording right and to bring it to town meeting on April 29th.
Great. Thank you, Mary. And like a huge thank you to Mimi and Chris for pulling that off, because they
Yeah.
managed to do that just in the nick of time, I think.
Yeah, and I don't think this is going to be controversial at all. So I think it will pass. It might even be on something we call the consent agenda, which means that you don't have to make a presentation. It just gets voted as in a group of non-controversial articles. So we'll see, but
Okay.
I'm pretty confident we'll get this done.
Thank you, Mary. Huge
That's
huge thank you to Mary too, because this was so awesome to get this moving forward like this.
Let's get this out of the way.
Yeah, this is awesome. And Mary will also walk us through all the steps on how to do that, because I have never done that. And I'm sure there are other people on here who have done articles for the town meeting, but I have never done it. So thank you, Mary. in advance.
It's fun. You'll like it.
Great.
Plus, it's really good publicity for the farmers in town.
That's true too. Get our
It
name.
is.
Yeah.
It is. So it's good.
Remind folks we're there.
Exactly.
Yep, that's awesome. So that is our update on the bag fee law. So we will work on that this winter, I think. Next up is the window display at the bookstore,
Mhm.
which Happy and Grace and Roseanne, I believe, are working on. Do you guys need anything from us? I think was really the only update there.
I think we've got it pretty well
I think we got it
covered.
pretty much covered.
If anyone wants like a specific thing in there, we'd be more than happy to add it. That's fine. I know we had, like an older antique watering can with something in it. So if anyone has anything that they like specifically want, we'd be more than happy to incorporate it in there.
Yeah, great. I have like an old watering can and some stuff, but it doesn't need to be in there. But if you guys want it, you're welcome to use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
To put some flowers in it.
Yeah. We can dress it up that way, but no, I think we're pretty okay.
Great.
And also, if you want it, I have an old fashioned corn planter. I don't, it's fairly small, so it might work but if you're out of space, I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, well, we will definitely see if we can work it in. We measured the window, and I think what we may end up doing is we'll have like the books in the bottom, and then we'll elevate our display up a little bit so you can still see the display and get the required books in. I'm going to ask Dawn if she could pull the books so they're there when we set up the window, so we can have a better flow in the design.
Grace, when will you install it?
When I go back and read the email that tells us the date we're supposed to be there.
It is, I believe it is the week. Wait, I have it here. It is August 28th is the install. So it runs the week before Ag Day, like not the week and weekend before Ag Day. It has to come down the 5th, and then Ag Day is the 9th. But it means we get an extra long time because of Labor Day.
Right. So the 28th, Emily.
Thank you, Grace.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you guys for doing that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So we move along to Ag Day. All right, Ag Day. Let's see what I can remember. So just where we are in planning, the town manager's office did sign off. We are all set and legal. They also signed off on the banner to go up on Main Street, and Happy has that banner to fix the date on it. So that's all signed off. We are all good with the town. I think I mentioned before, we did meet with Ron and the police department to just talk about some logistics. Because we're probably going to move where Steve is because he wants to be more central, which makes sense, and make the farmers more central. If anybody has an extra truck or tractor that we could park where Steve normally is to just make a visual blocking on the roadway, that would be awesome. If they have a free cruiser, they would bring it down there, but they're not sure they're going to have a free cruiser. They won't know until like the morning of. So if anybody has time to drive a tractor down there or an extra big old truck, that would be awesome.
Well, someone can drive our tractor. It's not smart for me to drive it on the road near people. So if anyone wants to drive it, it's fine with me. We can go with our big 3020, but someone needs to get it there and home.
I know Brian has to go pick up the Shimoni Speedway in the morning and drive it down. So I don't know.
Do you think, but I don't want to disconnect the trailer since I have to.
No.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
No.
could, but we could park both the trailer and that truck, but it might take up too much room.
I'm worried it actually would probably take up too much room because we do need to have a place for emergency vehicles to get in.
Yeah.
And that's probably too wide.
Well, I mean, we have a tractor. We could probably, I mean, we're the closest.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, we probably could, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I just think it's just like a logistics question that morning. But if anybody is like, oh, I could definitely drive one down there.
it's doable.
I mean, possibly we could just bring a tractor down, but
We can talk about that also, Dan. And
I mean, everything's gonna be underwater by then.
oh dear.
So we'll have no use for tractors, I don't think.
It won't be busy, so we can bring it down.
High clearance.
Happy, do you have who's RSVP'd for farmers?
We only have 3 people so far.
That have sent in their checks?
And so we need Mr. Barrel,
That's a good reminder.
we need Ricky,
Okay.
and who was the other one?
Have we done it? Walden Woods?
No, you haven't done it.
Okay, well, we'll take care of it this week.
Brigham will not be there, and I haven't heard from Saltbox either. I heard that they may not have any produce.
So the ones you do have happy are us, Barrett's Mill,
And Shimoni.
and Shimon.
No, I had Nick, what's his name?
Oh, Arena.
Yeah.
Is he selling plants again? Is that?
Yeah. He has that whole perennial set up at his house with the greenhouse. Did you hear from Colonial Gardens, David?
No,
No, okay.
I will send out emails tonight.
Okay.
I think they'll be there. Maybe I can,
No, I talked to him. He said he was coming, so
Yeah,
bug him about a check. Who else is normally there? Is that everybody?
yep, I think that's everybody.
That's everybody. Okay. And Brigham said no. Yeah, it sounds like his corn and beans are underwater. And then for nonprofits, we've had RSVPs from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
oh goodness.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Wow.
My God.
A lot of them are repeats. There's a couple new ones. I think once we figure out exactly how many farms are coming, we'll see who we can fit down there.
How about Ricky Marshall? Is he in?
We have not heard from him yet. He usually likes to do it. I think
Yeah,
we
he's
gotta
been
harass him.
excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah, the one I haven't heard from, the nonprofit that I was surprised by, was the West Concord Green Thumbs, who'd like contacted us really at the beginning of the year, and then I've sent them 3 emails and I haven't heard anything from them. So I guess they don't want to go.
Who are you
Maybe the thumb's
contacting?
not so green.
Not so green. Nancy, who's the one who reached out originally, Nancy Crowley.
I'll give her a call.
Okay, you know her?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can give her a call, Steve. Just, I don't know if my emails are not ended up in the right place. I originally had some communication with her, but that was way back in like February or something.
I think a woman by the name of Sabrina Haber is the president this year.
Of the West Concord one?
I think so, yes. And I run into her at Cousins Community Garden. So
Oh, okay.
you want me to try reaching out to her?
Yeah, just see if they'd reached out in the beginning wanting to come, and then my only contact had been Nancy, so I haven't heard anything.
I know Nancy was a founder. I don't know if she's really active now. Is she, Steve? Is she really active?
I think so.
Okay.
Have
Yeah.
have they come before? I don't recall.
No.
They haven't.
Right.
They haven't.
Yeah, interesting.
And I definitely want to make space for them if they want to come, because I feel that would be really nice. So yeah, so we have some new ones, some that make sense, some that make less sense. But
Has anyone wanted to sell anything?
yeah, so the library wants to, they're going to sell exclusively garden, farming, and agriculture related books, and they have already sent in their check. And Gaining Ground wants to sell their cookbook and their farmers market tote bags, and they have also sent in a check. And that's it so far, which is lovely and very appropriate. So so far, nothing weird, which is great. So yeah, so that's where we are on the nonprofits.
So in the past, we had like 13 last year. So
Yeah,
like we'll definitely have to tell some people no, because we were thinking even less potentially, right?
I think it depends on if all the farms, like if Box is coming and everybody's coming, then yeah, we're gonna have to turn people away. If we end up with a surprise lack of farms, we could have them. I think it really, I gotta look at the space, because some of them only want like a 6-foot table, some of them want a 10 by 10 tent, so I gotta see who's gonna fit down there. And then we have, the other news that Grace gave me is that Leonard is gonna come and do a full-on performance.
He is.
And he needs more space, so we got to give him more space.
He's actually he wants to do a show, like a performance. So I think he's going to play a little bit, and then, he's going to have some sort of performance of maybe more concerty. I don't know what his plan is. So he wants,
He's looking for more space.
yeah, he's looking for more space. And he wanted a tent just in case, on the off chance it would rain. He wants to be able to keep his equipment protected.
Yeah.
So we will buy him a tent.
Great. Grace is on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will make sure he gets more space when I do.
Yes.
I'm thrilled for that. So that's great. He's coming back. I'm trying to think, what was the other things we were talking about? I did talk to the town DPW about if we could again use their A-frames. They are using some of them in the, the community, I can't remember what it's called. Mary, help me out. The community.
MBTA community zoning bylaw, right?
Thank you very much. They're using some of them in that, but maybe not all of them. They're gonna see how many they're actually using, and we'll hopefully get some of those to be able to put around town. I do have the plywood ones that we've repainted over and over again. And Brian's daughter can fix the date on those. So we'll get those fixed up. But I think that leads into our next thing, which is posters. So I know Happy was working on some designs. Stone Soup did say yes to paying for the printing of the posters. They specifically though requested that we make posters that are reusable. So just more generic, don't have the date on them, and put them on the plastic corrugated stuff, so that we could reuse them every single year and not have to get new ones made, which makes some sense. And Jen Barrel suggested that maybe if we want to have the date on it, get like some laminated dates and then just Velcro it to the corrugated plastic, which I think makes sense. So they will pay for that if we do that. And then I think we could also print some more specific this year posters as well, but just do them more as flyers, and have those like the ones that we hand out around town, and get up in bulletin boards and stuff like that.
We'll do that again if you need someone to do that. I'll be happy to do that.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Happy, do you wanna talk about design?
Well, I'm going to try to show you. I don't understand any of this, but we'll see what happens. Where did it go? I don't know where it is.
We kind of saw some of them before.
I know.
There's two choices. And let me see. I don't understand this at all.
Oh, here we go.
Is that it?
Started screen sharing is what mine says.
Okay, this is one. I don't know if I can minimize it or not. Yes, no. Okay, so that's basically it. Now let
Did
me-
anybody see it?
No,
I don't see
Mine's
it.
covered in snow.
Yeah,
Covered in snow.
very minimalistic.
I
We
think it's
saw it
effective.
before.
You could use it every year.
You can't see that, is that right?
No, unfortunately.
No.
Whatever you did before, Happy.
That worked. We saw one with a lot of squash on it, I think.
Yeah, there were like swan gourds and
I don't know.
is that Minuteman guy like verboten or is that
Yeah.
Verboten, yes. Too bad, huh?
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
There we go.
See that?
Concord Center, Concord Farms. Great.
This is one, but I don't know how I can get to the other one. Oh, let me see.
So that is that.
That looks good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think that Minuteman should be forbidden. That thing looks fine.
We're going to work on it.
Oh, that one looks nice too.
Okay.
It doesn't look too-
Basically, there is the one with the hat and the vegetables, and there's the one with squashes. Someone
With the
has them-
same
I like the
Concord
squashy
Farms, Concord Center. Hmm.
That one's Concord Center, Concord Farms.
Right. And the other one was too.
Oh, I thought it was Concord Farm.
Concord Farms is at the bottom.
My only comment, I love both of these. I do, and I love the pictures. My only thing is that we really can't use the seal. We were told no.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with anything, right? At this point, it's the subject matter.
Okay.
Edit all this other stuff.
Okay. I like both pictures. Does anybody have a strong opinion?
We could probably just put the Minuteman on without the seal.
Well, we can't use the Minuteman either.
Oh,
Why not?
but take a,
Uh,
take a
apparently-
picture, take a
Yeah.
picture of my weather vane.
Apparently, the Minuteman is somehow copyrighted, and the town pays like a copyright fee for their seal.
Who knew?
Yeah, exactly. And right now, committees aren't allowed to have their own seal. Only departments can have their own seal. But
And we
They
can't use the town seal?
we can't use the town seal without them approving everything, which is probably going to take too long.
Yeah. Don't go there.
We're farmers, we can do whatever.
We could put a pitchfork there, though. I mean, nobody can stop us from using that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So what makes it the Minuteman is what I wonder. Is it the hat?
Probably.
It's the stance.
Yes. Yes.
Could have somebody, the Minuteman bending over with a hoe instead of,
Yeah. We just really need to design our own logo.
so no logo, would we just not have anything in that corner or something?
We could put something else there.
I like the squash. The only thing is it's a little bit later than Ag Day, but I think it's really pretty.
Yeah, but it's evocative of farms.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I
go
like the
for
squash.
Yeah,
because it's just, it's less, this one's more, I mean, I like it, but it's more jumbled, and
right.
that one is
Yeah, that's
very kind of
beautiful.
concise in a way. I like it.
Nice the way the colors are
Textures
arranged
and colors.
Yeah,
I think it's really pretty.
yeah.
They're both really nice.
I think so.
I think I like the lighter palette personally, but I'm not a voting member.
You still get to.
Are they your pictures, Happy?
Are they my pictures? What do
Yeah.
I mean?
Did you take them?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Copyrighted.
nice.
I'll collect from everyone. $5.
Where is this one from? This one's cool.
This
Me,
one is cool.
Freiburg.
Oh, Freiburg. Yeah, that's cool.
Got some nice Hubbard squash there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really pretty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty in on the squash.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily's a voting customer.
Yeah.
That's true.
They are both beautiful. They are.
Where's the second one taken? Happy.
At the farm.
Oh.
So is Freiburg not in Concord?
Nope.
Maine.
Where's Freiburg?
Maine,
Maine. Oh,
great fair.
So do we want the Concord photo then?
Doesn't Concord grow squash too? You sure?
Yes.
hopefully it's
Yeah.
not all underwater.
We don't display it as artfully as they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
because
try, but
hopefully we grow squash.
Yeah. It seems more like it's Happy's photo. So like the location of the squash seems less important.
Right, that's true.
But I like them both. So, but the squash is a little like might be easier for seen from the road, like driving by. It's a little more like obvious.
Right.
I think it really focuses attention, that bold gold.
Well,
Uh,
is this the poster we are considering for flyers that we're going to pass around, or is this one we're going to modify to make our forever poster?
This is the forever poster.
So
Yeah,
we,
you could use the one for flyers and the other for the forever poster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think the squash is, for a forever poster, the squash is a keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
all right, well, that seems like an agreement.
Yeah.
So happy when you do the forever posters, just we'll take the date and the seal off and we'll, I mean, we can say Saturday because these only go up about a week beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave a little space to add a date.
Right. It could, instead of September, it could say Saturday 10 to 2.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And then if we wanted to put a date on, we can laminate something and
Mm-hmm.
Velcro.
Lap it on.
Oh, yeah. There's space underneath, kind of.
Mhm.
So what goes where the seal is?
Nothing.
Could you put a tractor? Just
Up with a
plain old.
tractor.
Wouldn't the words just move over so it could just be centered?
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can leave September, we can take off the time or leave the time. You can always paint over all of these anyway. So that part, you can do anything to it, doesn't matter.
Do you think the Minuteman could stay if his hat didn't have three corners, if he was wearing a farmer's hat, and then he would be okay?
But I guess we're not allowed to have our own seal, so I don't know, can we not call it a seal?
Like we can't
Oh,
have
okay.
Town of Concord, like we can't do the whole, we can't make it
Okay.
look official, like it looks too much like the town feel.
Okay,
But we could just have a farmer standing there with a
Yeah.
tractor, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Green.
If you took the town of Concord off and
Like I don't know how much we need it, to be honest. Like
Right.
if it's
yeah,
you can just, yeah, I feel like if you just centered those words before, it already says Concord Center on it.
right.
okay. All right,
Okay, so the squash is the forever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got agreement.
yes.
all right, we're gonna stop.
Like I like Liza's idea of just having it say Saturday, as long as we don't put it up too much before, but
Yeah, we usually do like the week before, like
Mm.
we set out all the posters on Sunday of Labor Day and that's when I
Right.
run around town on Monday with my day off.
So if it's forever, we have to think like, which of those things are accurate into the future? Saturday, September, Town of Concord, sure, yeah, Town Center, Concord Center, that might change, all that stuff might change.
We'll have to get new.
Oh,
It should be a Friday
No Fridays.
in West Concord,
in West Concord.
Yes.
They could prove to be more receptive to our,
absolutely. Absolutely.
so. Anyway, just saying, probably September is good.
maybe forever isn't forever, but
No,
Maybe it's
forever,
just for a
never,
few
forever.
years.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't keep
By,
having
by the
guests.
time things change, the poster everybody will agree that just some kind of refresh
Yeah,
Mhm.
is
I
in
know.
order.
Yeah.
Squash will have become extinct.
right. We'll just be growing rice.
Happy, these look great. Do you want help with, I can assist you with figuring out how many we need and
We need to get going, so we can make sure we have this plastic laminate ready.
Yeah.
And it's possible we will not use a local printer.
oh, you might do them on the internet.
There are other people out there in the world besides Concord. Since we have had too many difficulties.
Okay, well, why don't I'll figure out how many we need. I guess we probably need to know exactly how many farms are going to be there because we'll have to distribute them to the farms.
Yeah.
but we can probably figure that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And then do we want to still do like a color, like use the other picture and make some flyers that are sort of this year specific? Or do we want to just print some forever ones?
I don't mind having a variety. The information's the same, picture's different. I don't think it's bad. It might get people's attention if they've seen one and then they see another. They might think, oh, maybe I'll go.
Might be fun to have the flyer with the other one. I don't know how do other people feel.
Is
Someday
it
people will collect them.
is it extra work or is it?
It's only money.
Only money?
Well, and so for that one, if Stone Soup doesn't want to pay for the flyers that are just like year specific, that would just be paper, it's going to be, the cost of those is going to be less. But we do have a little bit of money in our ag committee account from last year. So we probably could maybe cover printing some of them that way too.
I have one other that might be interesting. I don't have it. Let me see how I can get it. I don't know if I can. I have to find myself. Why am I not showing? There I am. There I am. Okay.
Be looking for the other one.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's been crying the entire time. So I think
Oh,
I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
sorry.
We haven't heard it. I'm sorry.
But we will be
He
at
should be
Ag
on
Day.
here, right? He should be like, "Wah!"
Oh, sorry. I didn't even notice it.
No, it's in another room, so I'm not in charge, but I just want to go down and see what's going on.
So you're coming though, right? Okay.
But we are, I will be there with Carmela, our usual team. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
Yes, I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Melissa.
Well, while Happy's looking for that, maybe we can briefly just talk about like sort of the day of stuff. I think I know day of Brian is going to go get the Shimoni Speedway from the Shimonis in the morning. And the town, the police department will, put bags over the meters and try to prevent people from parking downtown. And I think last year, Emily and Joe, you guys went down and tried to mark a little bit where everybody was supposed to be.
yes.
Is that something you guys still can do?
I will, I can, and I hope to do it with Emily. Yes.
Yes,
Emily,
definitely.
are you on board with that?
I sure am.
Oh, good.
Emily, would you also be willing to bring a bell again?
Oh, yes.
Good.
I'll bring a bell and Joe and I can fight over who rings it.
Perfect. And Joe, are
Do it
you
at the same time. Don't
Yeah,
try.
I think last year we had an Ag Day table with a little sign up for people who wanted to be on our emails.
Yes,
Joe, are you okay?
I'll do that. I will sit there.
Great, awesome. And we can bring, Melissa has the stuff, we can bring the maps down for you. And so you've got something to hand to people and talk to them. Let's see, what else was I thinking of?
Joe, was there a tent last year for the Ag Committee table? Didn't it get kind of hot?
Let me think.
I think so.
Yes, I think there was, and I think it was my son's tent. So I will check about that and see if I can bring that. Yes.
That is ringing some bells. Yes, you did bring a tent. I do remember that.
Speaking of ringing the bell, I have a bell I'd like Emily to listen to. An old cowbell.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, good.
that would be fun.
Oh, let's have a duet of bells.
Yes.
Cowbells. Mine's a
Sounds
cowbell
amazing.
too.
That would be
Or
great.
cowbell.
Joe and Emily,
Cowbell.
you should make separate bells together.
That's great. We have the old blue tent that we can bring for the Shimoni Speedway crafting drilling area. We'll bring that again. I think last year I actually brought 2 tents. I brought our really old beat up farmers market tents as well, which I think worked out okay, just to give the kids more space. My brother is still planning on doing the drilling. Last year, Lisa's dad helped with that, so I might ask her if he would be interested again, because we do need another driller.
Gets pretty aggressive at that table.
Oh my God. It's a pile, isn't it? I think my brother is trying to recruit
I'm
some.
glad there's not money, you know,
Oh,
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 Honestly,
going, betting and stuff.
I feel like the reason everybody is so polite that it takes so long is because they didn't pay for anything, so it's pretty good. Vanderhoof is totally on board with their sponsorship again. They have already ordered and received the wheels. They're going to cut the dowels this week. And they are making an add-on sign so that it will say Shimoni Farm Speedway.
thank you. Thank you for that.
No, I'm sorry we didn't do it last year. It's on
Okay.
my fault. But they are all good with that. That is in action. They've also ordered a whole bunch more decorations for them because we were running low. So that's also great because they are covering the cost of all of that. What else was on my list?
The ad in the bridge was really nice.
Oh yeah, we should talk
Oh, yeah.
about that. Well, that's
I
next.
like that.
I have it here. We should talk about our next ad. Hang on, I have a picture of it here somewhere. Did everybody see it?
No.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it looked good.
Oh,
Yeah.
fabulous.
Nice.
Oh,
Was it in last week?
Yeah.
that was already
It's
in the
nice to
bridge.
have a
Okay.
paper now.
It's like wild to have a paper. So I think Grace and I collaborated and slowly worked with the designer on this one. But I think now we know a lot, so
We
we're
do. We do.
gonna do much better next time. But I think it came out pretty well. Does anybody have any comments about it?
Looks great.
It,
good.
it was really good, I thought. Yeah.
Stone Soup paid for that one. They said they would pay for a quarter ad and a half-page ad. This round of the paper, they only had room for a quarter-page ad, so that's what we did. But I think it came out actually pretty nice. Like a quarter page is actually a lot. So the plan is to do another one the weekend before Ag Day, so it would come out right before Labor Day. They are running a paper that day. We did confirm. It would come out that Friday before Labor Day. Does anybody have any suggestions on how they would like that one to look? Similar, different? Anything? I'm literally hearing crickets in somebody's.
No, it really is, it's beautiful. I don't know. It could be similar. I don't.
So if it's just Ag Day, are we gonna just advertise the farms that are going to Ag Day?
Yes, we could specifically mention the farms that are going to be at Ag Day. We could just say Ag Day and talk about your Concord farmers and, have more of a general thing without listing specifics.
I mean, I think if it's an Ag Day ad, you want to bring in, kind of the fact that it's, since Ag Day, since 2000, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, it's our
in a
18th
way,
annual.
yeah, bringing in the history of it.
Yeah, like the
that may take up some
17th or
space.
whatever annual Ag Day.
Yeah, I think we're 18th this year.
Okay.
Right.
My
We're
time
almost close to
flies.
20. What'd you say, Steve?
I say how time flies.
Yes.
Um,
I was just a kid then.
Me too.
Still are, Steve.
Still are.
So that
Um,
takes up a little extra room. Just mentioning that it's, Ag Day. And I mean, do you explain what Ag Day is, or?
I think we have a little bit of wordage from the website that's pretty short. That's sort of like an annual mark, so we could have that in there.
Once a year celebration of Concord?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Farms and farmers.
But basically similar, I would think.
Similar, yeah. I can contact her pretty soon to see if there's, because Stone Soup did say they would pay for a half page if we wanted to do it. I don't know if we need to do it. I don't want to waste their money if we think a quarter page is good enough. But last time it wasn't an option to get a larger one because that's all the space they had. So
The color stands out. I mean, I didn't, you just showed it to me on this little, but I saw
it
it.
does though. It really, I was surprised how much it
Do it
beats
again. Show it again.
I was surprised how it's so vibrant on the page. Like,
Yes.
like it
I think
really
a quarter page is fine. Half page seems like too much.
like huge, right?
Like
Yeah.
overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're probably good with this size again.
Yeah.
The only thing is, if we did a half a page, could we put the flyer? Would that just be weird?
Oh, it might be weird, but we could maybe
Yeah.
use something off of the flyer to like
Yeah.
tie them together.
Right. Just so there's an association between the flyer and the day.
Yeah.
So put the flyer in the middle.
Or you'd have the flyer as a separate quarter page,
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Quarter page and quarter page, if they could do them next to each other.
and
maybe.
something where people, it would reinforce something that they're seeing elsewhere.
Yes.
Okay. We can ask about that. But yeah, color really makes a difference, huh?
It
Like,
does.
wow.
So you can't use that to mulch your vegetables if you're organic now.
Right.
So just so you know.
Right.
And the QR code does work. I tested it, by the way, which I'm very excited about. I was a little worried it wasn't going to work. I was a little panicking. It does work. And we can direct if we don't have a lot of room for a lot of wordage, or we can also again do a little QR code that sends people to the website, which has way more information and is also something we can be updating up until the last minute with any new information or farms or whoever's coming. So where are we on this list? So Grace, are you okay working with me again on this?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Because it's very, Grace came up with the tagline too, by the way, I should say. This up here, the Concord Farmers Growing for You. That's Grace's idea. It's a very good one.
Oh,
Nice.
that's good. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like she was
good.
great ideas. I'm much better than me too with words because I'm not that great with words. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else on Ag Day that we specifically that I forgot to bring up or thought about. Happy, did you have any luck finding that poster? Wait, she's still here, right? Happy, did you have any luck finding the other poster option that you thought of?
You're muted, Happy.
Maybe gone.
Maybe she could send it around or send it to you and you could.
Figure it out. I mean, I like the ones she showed already, so I feel like we have good options.
No luck in finding a way to get there, but I can send it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Can you put it in front of your screen, Happy? So maybe
No,
we
I
could.
don't have a picture. I don't know why I don't
Oh.
have. Oh.
All right. Yeah, if you want to send it around just so everybody can see, that'd be fun. If anybody has a really strong, like, yes, that one, then
This never happens at a real meeting.
it's only on Zoom. The problem with Zoom. Let's see, where are we on this list? Update on the so yeah, I think Ag Day is looking very good. And I think really at this point, it's just a question of making sure we get RSVPs from all the farmers who want to be there, and then figuring out the layout and going as usual. So I don't think anything is, business as
The big thing is figuring out how many of the nonprofits are actually able to attend based on
yes.
how many farms. So you have to hear from the farms first
Mhm.
and then get back to the nonprofits, right?
I have told all the nonprofits I am not telling them anything until the end of the month, because I knew we would get in this situation. So they're not expecting to hear from me until the 31st. I think the ones who've come before, it's a lot easier. They sort of know the drill, but they won't know until the end. But we'll go. Hopefully it'll be easy.
I'll talk to Ricky Marshall and
Okay.
Colonial Gardens and Vero Farm.
Do you know them?
And Saltbox.
You'd like to Saltbox too? I was gonna, yeah. I don't. Oh, that's the thing I forgot to talk about with Ag Day. Hold on, I forgot a piece. This is Ag Day adjacent. The 250th committee has wanted to. They've gone through many iterations of what they wanted to do. At first, they were going to ask for a table at Ag Day. They don't want a table at Ag Day. They have on the Right Tavern lawn. I think that's owned by the church there. They've been talking about doing having spinners, like wool spinners on, like, what do you call those things?
Looms, yeah.
Spinning.
Spinning yarn from
Like a demonstration?
A demonstration. Yeah, exactly. They're talking about getting a couple of spinners there as a demonstration and having a table about the upcoming 250th and like events surrounding the 250th to get people kind of excited about it. And they wanted to make it ag related. They're also talking about in the future doing a much bigger spinning event, I think, for the 2025. And they're beginning to plan that. So I think it's sort of like, for them, they're sort of just like testing out the idea of it a little bit. I had told them if it's not in downtown, right on the thing, right on Main Street, I don't have control over what they do. And if they have permission from the church to do that, that's fine. And I appreciated that it would be ag related. So I thought that would be appropriate. So I think they're going ahead with that right now. They are looking to hopefully get a couple of sheep to be like penned off over there as well. I said it would be better if the sheep came from Concord, but I don't know anybody in Concord growing sheep.
Doesn't Saltbox have sheep?
Saltbox usually has sheep. I don't know if they do this year. But I was actually going to ask Ben if he had any interest, if he wasn't coming to Ag Day, or if he was coming to Ag Day, maybe he would like to bring his sheep and put them at the Right Tavern lawn.
You brand them.
You brand them. But I was like, that seems great. Like, that's another draw, and it's ag related. That seems perfect. So that may or may not be happening, but it would be next to us basically at the same time. So that's the news on that one. And I did think it would be nicer if it was a Concord sheep. Whether or not that's somebody's pet or that is Saltbox's sheep. I think there are sheep at other farms in the area. So they were sort of like, oh, we could talk to other farms. And I was like, well, can't control what you do, but it sure would be nice if it was Concord.
Maybe one of Ricky's goats could masquerade as a sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they spin goat wheels too. Like
Yeah.
Just
the
give them,
whole
a-
thing's fascinating.
just give them a wool coat.
Is it what?
Give them a wool coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Liza,
Who
were
would
you
keep
talking about
clothing?
were you talking about a spinning wheel?
Yes, spinning wheel. Yes, yes. With the thingy, like, and then you're like running the.
You're making yarn. You're not
Making
making
yarn,
cloth
that's what
yet.
it-
You're just
yeah.
making yarn.
just making the yarn.
Right.
There was, I guess, like a whole spinning thing in back in the. I don't quite understand the history of. There's a history of spinning associated with the Revolutionary War and making cloth and. It's all
Uniform.
different.
Because they stopped buying cloth from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Europe.
there you go.
Yeah, there's
Right.
a tie-in here that I don't know the full history on. So that's why it's particularly associated with the 250th. But they were trying to think of something to sort of start drumming up interest in the 250th while also being ag-related. And I thought, well, this is quite appropriate.
The funny thing is, even back then, they were probably like, "Oh my God, we have to spin our own yarn." This is great."
Was it worth it?
You mean we can't import stuff? Come on.
So that's the update on that. That was the thing I forgot. Thank you. Okay, moving on from Ag Day. The quick update on the video project. Colonial Gardens is going to do something on their mums. They have been in contact with Tori. So that's the next one. And the Shimoni's one is online and it is great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. She did a great job. She was a lot of fun.
She's so sweet, isn't she?
She is. She really, really is.
You guys are just great. And it's like very real. It's so nice to get a little history of the farm and the pictures. It's really cool. So
Yeah, she
But
had a great
where
time.
is it
No, we did.
online?
it's on the Minuteman Media
Okay.
YouTube account, but if you go to concordagday.com, it is linked from there.
Oh, good, good.
It is also on our Instagram. Melissa put it up on there too.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Colonial Gardens is next, and we'll see after that. I have not been able to get. Ricky said he would do it, and then I haven't been able to get him to commit to doing it. So so I skipped him, and we went to Colonial Gardens. But David said all great. He also did say he was coming to Ag Day, so yeah. And let's see. Other business. I don't know if you guys all saw, but I got an email about a group ad in Discover Concord again for the fall. The deadline for joining on to that is tonight, I think. So did everybody get that email? No, I can send that around too if you guys want it. Steve, did you see it?
I think I got something on it, yeah.
Jennifer?
Weren't there some accuracy problems?
Yeah.
We don't close at 4.
Yes, there was quite a few of them. So, yeah.
Just saying. I don't know.
Yes. Well, there was the ad and then there was the article, which was a separate thing. They are going to do an article, a little thing promoting Ag Day. This will come out, I think it's like right up before Labor Day. So it will be out in time. The town of Concord has also subsidized them publishing more of this issue. So there's going to be like an extra 3,000 issues printed.
Yeah, no, that's,
No.
no.
No, never mind.
Sorry.
News.
Sorry.
All good. Thanks, Mary. Fake news.
That was a brown check mark you got that from, not a blue check mark.
Well, that's an open question. Let's leave it at that, okay? That's
Okay. It's not been approved. No, we're not sure.
right.
Okay. I guess did anybody not receive the email that would like to receive the email, because I can forward it to you.
Could you forward it to me?
I can forward it
I
to you.
think, yes.
I
Could
think
you
I
forward it
haven't
to us
seen it.
too?
Grace, yep.
I'll ask for it.
You'll ask for it. I'll send it to you too, Joe, so you can see it.
You have to decide tonight?
Yeah, it was like by end of day on Thursday, and I was like, well, my end of day is midnight.
Pneumonia, we're still working. We could go back to work.
Exactly. So whose end of day?
Yeah.
So I will send it to you guys tonight after we get off this call.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Email. All right. And That was my other business. Does anyone else have any other business we missed?
Raining.
I'm listening to
FYI.
it out the window. It is raining.
Is, yes.
Public comment? Next meeting would be after Ag Day, September 14th, if we went with our usual second Thursday of the month. How does everybody feel about that?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Good.
Yeah, we can have an Ag Day recap afterwards, or hopefully it did not rain and it was wildly successful. I feel like-
Which is the usual story, in fact, of Ag Day.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Usually
more
doesn't
interesting
rain,
if it was different.
Usually wildly successful.
Let's hope it's wildly successful. Let's not jinx us. I'm a little worried, like, is this the year it's gonna pour, given the weather this year, so. We'll see. All right.
Meeting is an hour and a half.
Oh God. So we're all set with September 14th on Zoom?
Sounds good.
Yes.
I'll second.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Aye.
All right. Do we have to vote on that?
With your feet.
Your feet. Is there anything else we need to discuss today? That's it.
No.
Would anybody like to move to adjourn the meeting?
I'll move to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
Grace second. Thank you, Grace.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for a lovely meeting and so quick. That was
Well
an
done.
hour. Incredible. You guys are all the best.
Good job.
We'll see you all on Ag Day.
All right.
All right.
Bye.